This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
Good morning, Melbourne. The King's got cancer.
Yeah, well, I thought we could have probably started the show on a bit of a better note.
If anyone's going to survive cancer, it'll be the King.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree.
I reckon they would have so many things that we don't realise we have to fight cancer. Like if anyone's going to get like secret cancer fighting medicine, it's going to be the King.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, in lighter news, Barty joining us this morning.
Yes.
Pretty good. It's been a bit of a revolving cast this week. I mean, the likes of Eric Banner on the show yesterday. You can check that out in the Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. Barty, what a ledge. Just in time for the tennis as well, so it'd be good to have her on. Perfect timing for us. Good get.
Our next guest was Australia's and the world's #1 athlete.
The dream comes true. Wimbledon champion.
She's won 3 Grand Slam titles and dons an Order of Australia. Now she's living her best life after conquering the tennis court. Please welcome Ash Barty.
What an absolute legend. Barty, good morning. How you doing?
G'day guys, how are you?
Very good, thank you, Ash. Now, the Bonds Baby Search, you're getting Aussie parents with kids 3 years of age or younger to share their cutest photo of their kids to win a cash prize. Pretty sweet, of $30K. Ash, are you allowed to enter your bub, or is that off limits?
Maybe I'll have to enter my nieces and nephew.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's incredible, isn't it? And Bonds, it's iconic. Everyone loves it.
Oh, yeah.
The baby search, it's not only the cute photo. Sometimes it's the candid, it's the messy, it's the hilarious moments that sometimes you just hope you have your phone out and you can catch on for a photo to keep forever.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Ash. And the way you've answered that seems like in your contract you're not allowed to have your own children, but you found a loophole, and that's what I like. That's what I like.
Unsure if Hayden can be the face of the search and then be the baby himself.
Well,
people
true.
might think it's rigged. So
Yeah.
Although,
what have I got? I've got one niece under 3, so Gabby's up.
I think everyone would support Hayden, Ash. How is Hayden going? Has he started crawling yet?
Not quite yet. He's flying though. He's such a beautiful little boy. We're very lucky to have a healthy and happy, chunky little man, but he's doing great and certainly loving every minute.
Ash, my wife Sam and I, we've also got a similar age child, Freddie. He's 6 months old tomorrow. Also hasn't started crawling yet. How you going with the solids? Because I'm finding it can be quite messy at dinner time.
It is pretty messy actually. At the moment, he's smashing down some Weetbix.
I love that.
This little Australian champion. This is incredible. I mean,
so he is having that at the moment. We've just got home from walking the dogs this morning, and why not smash some Weetbix while we're at it?
I feel like the obvious answer is just like any parent, you're just like whatever. You can grow up and do whatever you want. But, I mean, obviously, you've got a huge sporting background. I mean, tennis, cricket, you've got a lot on lock, you know, golf. I know you and your husband are big Liverpool fans. You love your football. Is there any sport you're going to be sort of leading Hayden into, or is it just going to be like whatever he picks up first?
No, I think whatever he discovers, honestly. I mean, I personally, and Gary and I, we would obviously love for him to be involved in sport just because we love it so much. But I also think that sport has got so much more to offer than just hitting a ball or running around the field. Or it opens up so many different doors and opportunities. So I think, you know, selfishly, I would absolutely love him to fall in love with sport the way that I have, just to be a happy and active and healthy little man. But you know, he may love something different. So I honestly, that may open up opportunities for me to learn something new and to try something new. So I think whatever it is that he finds, I'm sure it'll be good. I just hope that he can find something that he loves and find that passion, because that's really all that matters. Isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. Well, look, I don't know if you're judging or not these Bonds babies. I don't know if you have a pile.
Do you get a say in it, Ash, or not?
I hope so. I might have to ask. I'd love to flick through some photos. How good would that be?
It seems fun, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure on it, because if you're in like a boardroom of people and they're like, Ash, is this a cute baby or an ugly baby? And you've got to put it in a pile, you know what I mean? Like, you might feel a bit mean.
Is it like the yes pile and the maybe pile?
We'll just put that in the maybe. Yeah, maybe next year.
Ash, it's been a pleasure having you on this morning. We'll let you go. Bonds Baby Search 2024. It starts today. Ash Barty, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Beauty, guys. Thank you so much.
If you just joined us, you would have missed our quick chat with Ash Barty, absolute superstar, lovely lady. First time joining us on the show.
Yeah, and I think the Australian sporting scene is in good hands because she did reveal to us that she is feeding her young son Weet-Bix. And as we know, that breeds champions. I mean, Brett Lee, I think he was doing like 18 a day or something like that in the ads.
Yep.
Tim Cahill, 41.
We should do a bit where we see how many we can do.
I used to.
I love that.
And we actually just see how many can we do, and we just keep going.
Oh my gosh!
such
Yeah,
a good
I used
bit.
to down like 4 or 5 after school every day.
Honestly, how
I
many
was not
individually?
How many do
uploading
you
for
do?
anything.
Individually, like so, Liam and Belle, how many do you think you could do?
So what are the rules? Because if you put heaps in a bowl, mush it up, and
Yep.
mix it round, and just make it a big bowl of mush,
I don't
you could
care.
eat that easier than
No,
you
but you need
ate-
to. You need to be able to count how many bricks. Unless you put 30 mushed in, but you finished every
Yeah,
single.
and then you can top it
Yeah,
up.
there's
after.
for me, there's no rules other than if you put a brick in that bowl, I don't care how you consume it, you just got to finish it.
Yeah, right.
So how many do you reckon you could do?
I reckon 15 would hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
15 would hurt.
I reckon you get. I reckon you could do 10. Anything more than 10 starts to really become hard.
I was thinking like 6.
Oh, you're thinking 6.
They're
That's
so
still. I mean, why
heavy.
are you even trying?
I
If you
do
only
6. I honestly just do 6 if I'm sitting down for a bowl of Weetbix.
Well, you guys can do it, and I'll just judge.
At this week, some point we will
Yeah.
find out how much we can do.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
I love that. That is brand new music to the Nova playlist. Cyril Stumbling In is the name of it.
Yeah, Aussie producer, reworking an oldie but a goldie. Susie Quattro, I think.
Oh, Susie Four Cheese.
That's what they call her, Susie Four Cheese Pizza.
Susie Famachi.
Here is a question for you. How would 3 average Joe Blows go in an AFL preseason? Well, it's something that popped into my head, Ben's head and Belle's head, earlier last week when we were speaking to our new mate from Carlton, Harry Mackay. He's sort of going to be joining us this year. We're going to have Joshy Dacos back as well from Collingwood. And they're sort of like in that hard level of running at the moment. Like they sort of do longer days than you would think. They sort of get in there like 6. They might just be running until like lunch, and then they'll just do weights for hours, and then they might have some planning sessions, and they might even have dinner at the club. This is where a lot of that pre-work is done before their seasons.
Yeah, you hear stories about how brutal AFL preseason is.
Yeah, and so we wanted to give it a crack, and that's exactly what we did over the weekend. So we headed out to Icon Park to meet the Blue Baggers at their preseason. This is how it went.
First, we asked our mate Harry Mackay how he thought we'd go.
I'm not going to lie, I reckon it'll be tough.
In terms of diet, this morning I had a 5 stack of pancakes. Is that going to be all right?
It's better than nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went for a few pints and the lamb korma last night from Uber Eats.
That won't come back up, mate.
And I had 3 wines. We asked Captain Paddy Cripps about our trainer, Jack Russell.
Just he'll get you in the cage, and when you want out in the cage, you don't want to be in the cage.
What's the cage?
You'll find out.
After talking shop a little bit, it was time to meet our conditioning coach who was going to take us through our paces.
So why do they call you Jack Russell? Is it because he can be a real dog out there, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a short ass and I'm just yapping all day.
We had no idea what was coming, but we had a fairly good idea that Jack was going to punish us.
All right, so we're going to belt out some hills over here, do some speed work. We're then going to do some change of direction with a bit of load on the back with TheraBands.
What are you
Well, we'll work it out, all right, as we go, all right?
Ben and I had our game faces on. Belle, not so much.
Belle, you look as nervous as anything. You look so nervous.
She always looks like that.
After a quick warm-up,
Ooh, I reckon, Ben, that's the first time you've ever done that. This is the easy bit. This is the warm-up. Heart rate shouldn't be 195.
What about 295?
It was time to hit the hill.
We're going to go and do a few hill sprints. Go!
he runs so funny.
Yes, Ben, let's go. Love that. Instead of doing a 20% intensity, let's go 100%. Now let's start the real stuff, okay? We're going to do a little bit of repeat speed running. All right, it is as bad as it sounds. Go! Who's going to take it? Yeah, Liam 1, Ben 2, Belle 3.
After literally 10 minutes, we were completely gassed.
Is this the first time you three have stopped talking ever? The beauty of that is that's the first set. We've got 5 to go.
Oh, get out.
All right, so we're going to smash out some stairs. Go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Quick speed on those stairs.
Well, how good's that, Ben and Bell? We officially passed an AFL preseason.
Well, we kind of did.
We would have covered then 500 metres, all up, okay?
Yeah.
So the boys when they're training, they can go up to 15 Ks, and you've done 500 metres.
So what's that, 30 times?
30 times what you've just done in a training session.
You know what? 500 metres is a lot more than you think.
Oh, yeah.
When you're running up a hill.
It was brutal.
Oh, man, I don't know how. It was a hot weekend. It was a hot weekend as well.
So that's the thing. We were in the middle of Icon Park, no shade, doing sprints, and it was like 32 degrees at
What do you think
midday.
would happen if you're in your AFL preseason and you put your hand up and go, guys, there's not much shade out here. I don't know if we should be doing this.
There wasn't.
Did we ever find out, because you would have heard in there, Paddy Cripps said,
the
beware
cage.
of the cage. Is the cage the hill sprints?
I don't know.
I never found out what the
I
cage was.
I thought it was a state of mind.
Yes,
Maybe.
like he's got you in
Yeah.
locked in
Yeah.
the MMA
Yeah.
cage.
Yeah. Either
We'll have
way-
to ask Harry Mackay because I still left confused about the cage. for
Either
sure.
way, you have got to see us at Icon Park. You get to see the grounds in all their glory. You can see us doing the hill sprints, getting put through our paces. It's up on Instagram if you search Ben Lehman Bell. Also up on TikTok if you search Ben Lehman Bell. Highly recommend checking out that video.
Jealous, but I can't help it. I want every bit of you. I guess I'm selfish.
It's JT's brand new song, Selfish on Nova with Ben Lehman Bell. Bell, you summed it up pretty well off there. What'd you say?
So it's a great song.
Time for the 610 quiz.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
She paraphrased a little bit.
Eager Beaver Jess from South Rank joins us now. Did you see any of the Grammys action yesterday?
Of course.
Yes, Miley Cyrus. She looks like she was electrocuted. Belle seems to enjoy the look, but I don't know what was going on with the hair.
She looked by far, in my opinion, the
I
best
love
she has ever
Miley.
looked. I love Miley too. I think she has never looked healthier and better. Like
But the
she
hair,
just looked
incredible.
The hair was what's going on there.
You want my opinion on the hair? I'll tell you after 7:30 when we talk about the Grammys.
Oh, all right, that's a bit of a hook, Jess. You reckon you'll stick around in your car for another hour and a half to find out what Ben thinks about Miley Cyrus's hair?
I got to work.
Yeah, you got better things.
I think most people are probably in that boat.
Yeah, it'll be in the podcast.
Yeah, check that one out tomorrow. Miley Cyrus won the Grammy for Best Song for Flowers, which is a banger. What was the name of her Disney Channel character?
Hannah Montana or Miley Ray. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We've got a real fan in the house. Yeah, Hannah Montana was the one we were looking for. A Gold Coast resident is leading the charge to ban skimpy G-string bikinis from beaches. What do they call G-bangers in America?
A thong.
Yep, thong to thong, thong, thong. Shaggy just didn't rock up to his sold-out gig in Brisbane last night. When accused of cheating on his wife, what was Shaggy's response?
It wasn't me.
Very good, Jess.
Yeah, you're killing this. A chocolate bar from the 2000 Olympics was found between the shelves at a supermarket. What city was the 2000 Olympics in?
Oh, that's Sydney.
It was Sydney. Geez, are we going to go 5 for 5 here, Jess? I mean, it would put you in a very good position. It'd mean there's less people in the draw for these Taylor Swift tickets that we're giving away.
I feel bad.
Well, I mean, if you feel really bad, you could just move it on to Joe from Rosebud if you want.
Yeah, let him do the last one.
Oh,
All right.
I think it's a she. Joe?
Thanks so much. That's so kind.
Oh, hey, since you're here, did you want to move it on to Anna or did you want to have a crack?
I'd love to have a crack.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine.
appreciate it.
Yeah. You don't want to pass it on too quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. A 75-year-old Steven Tyler had a massive PDA with his 36-year-old partner on the Grammys red carpet. Can you finish these lyrics?
And I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah. Someone seen Armageddon? What?
Blades of Glory.
Yeah,
Yes.
Blades of Glory. Yeah, it's
Yep.
in both of those
It
movies.
feels like Groundhog Day because we've had this discussion.
I think we've had this
before.
exact
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah. We're like an old married couple.
Both
thruple.
Both very good films. I'm not taking anything away from either of them. Well, Joe, look, you're in the draw for Tay-Tay, so we could be calling you on Friday morning. Would you be by your phone?
Amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. All right, just make sure it's not on silent or anything, and you could be coming into our corporate box. You also get to pick the next song we play.
So, do you want to hear Crazy Town?
So come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come my lady,
Or Joe, would you like some Jessica Simpson?
With nothing but a t-shirt on, I never felt so beautiful.
Let's give Jessica a go.
Yes, Joe.
Yeah.
All right, good on you, Joe.
Real me is a southern girl with a Levi's on and an open heart. Wish I could save the world like I was Supergirl. Real me used to laugh all night, lying in the grass just talking about love.
Ben and Bell, you know this. I'm doing a little song every morning this year. At least I'm trying to anyway. And I got my ass handed to me yesterday. There was chat of it's too long. We were getting close to the minute mark.
Yep.
And I'll be the first to put my hand up and say, yeah, maybe yesterday was a little bit lazy and I got a bit carried away.
You made the rule yourself. You said 30 seconds.
I said
Yesterday
30
was
seconds.
55 seconds.
That's
So that's on
that's
you.
too long. That is too long. And to make up for that, I've really sped things up today. So this morning's little song is half of Usain Bolt's 100-meter time. So it's like if Usain Bolt ran like 50 meters, that's how long this song is.
Wow.
So it's a short burner. I hope you enjoy.
wake up, wake up, having on a little sun and makeup. I really think this thing needs to shake up. This thing needs to smell like the way you steak. So what to?
Done. In and out.
What was it out? What was
It was
me
like
and steak?
It was like wake up. Something about you eating steak.
Yeah, you got the gist of it.
Yeah.
I don't need to go. I don't need to do the genius breakdown on all the lyrics. Like you sort of got the gist.
Return to form. Woohoo! Return to form. He's done it again. Yeah, baby.
Ladies, if you wear a G-string cut bikini, you might be in trouble soon. There is a guy named Ian. Picture an Ian, that's what he looks like, in the Gold Coast, who's starting a movement to ban G-string bikinis.
Oh, mate, I'm realistic. I'm a bloke. If you look and you see the view, it looks nice. And I see, a young lady on the beach, bare bum. Yep, great view. And then the same lady serving me coffee shortly.
Ian, I've just
it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
That's legitimately, and I'm not even kidding, that's his reasoning. His reasoning is he feels uncomfortable. And quote, it's a nice view. Now, I'm sorry, if you're sitting there going, God, it's a nice view and now I feel uncomfortable, that's on you, mate. That's on you. Now, he's been on The Project last night. He went on, news. He's been doing the rounds. He's Gold Coast Volunteer of the Year 2 years ago, and now he's taking his position to start this movement.
It's confusing because it sounds like he wants his cake and he wants to eat it too because he likes it on the beach, but he doesn't like it in the shops.
Yeah.
Come on, Ian. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, he likes looking at it on his computer. He just doesn't want to see it in real life.
Exactly, though. That's the whole thing.
You know what it reeks to me of, and I could be wrong, it reeks to me of he was going for a walk, potentially with his wife, and he got caught having a perv.
He got caught.
And now he's going over the top to overcompensate. And he's going, I hate seeing it. I'm going to get it banned.
Yeah. Jane, I'm getting on the news. I just hate seeing bikinis. It annoys me. See,
Well,
I told you I
that's
wasn't
pretty
looking.
much-
I told you I wasn't looking. I'm actively taking a stance against this.
Well, his reasoning as well is that guys don't do it.
If all of a sudden men started doing it, I think we'd be lambasted and castigated, all those big words. But we probably never would because it's just not something we'd do.
Does Ian want to wear a G-string?
I think Ian's probably wearing a G-string under his trousers
Are you
at the
siding
moment.
with him? Are you
No,
like-
it feels like he's got some things that he needs
He's
to
got
deal
an
with.
ulterior motive because then I think he was waiting for one of the hosts to go, well, then, Ian, why don't you wear one then? Then he goes, okay, then.
Well, if I must.
He literally said...
What happens if there's men in front of me now in G-strings? I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Don't get me wrong. We think he's an absolute loser. He sounds like a loser.
He said all those big words.
Yeah.
And all those big words.
Did he say lamb basting?
Yeah.
What
And then
is
he
that?
said, and all those big words. Now, okay, what is a budgie smuggler? Like, I can see every line
Yeah,
and
exactly.
bump in
It's
that.
sorta, yeah.
I'm not going around saying ban budgie smugglers. There's people that wear Lycra. Like you can wear that stuff if you want. And if we as women want to wear that, if you, I'm going to say it, if you guys wanted to go wear a G-string at the beach, go do it. But then he even took it even further and went into like not even just G-strings at the beach, but also women's clothes in general.
Women wear skin-tight clothing, men don't. And it's all these days about what's equal, etc. I have seen women at fairly high-level networking meetings that were very much exposing their breasts. And you think, well, you've kind of lost a bit of business credibility straight away,
Are we in the 50s? Like, seriously. And he says it's all about being equal. Yes, so I don't need you, Ian, saying what we can and can't wear.
You know someone's a dinosaur when they say breasts with breath, like breasts. They're breasts.
The bism.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Hey, Ash, in the newsroom, what's your take on old Ian?
Ian, what I wear to the beach is none of your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if it makes you uncomfortable, Ian,
that's a you problem. Avert your eyes. I love, though, that the Gold Coast mayor, Tom Tate, is fighting the good G-string fight.
Yeah.
Oh, is he going, are they pro?
So Tom, the mayor, so he's like, hey, don't worry about it.
You're also, if you hate seeing G-strings all the time, why are you living on Surfers Paradise? Like, that is that is ground zero for G-bangers.
Find a new postcode, Ian.
That's it.
Broadway's biggest blockbuster, Wicked, is flying into the Regent Theatre next month. Book now at wickedthemusical.com.au. Ben Liam and Bells. Friendship, amendship.
Why can't we be friends?
Wicked the musical. Have you not seen it? It's the untold true story of the Witches of Oz and their unlikely friendship. Makes me sad when there's love lost in a friendship, and it makes me want to amend the ship. And that's what we're doing this week with our Friendship Amendship. Jade Emeraldbug joins us now. Can you tell us a little bit about your friend and what happened down the line there somewhere?
Yeah, good morning, guys. So I stopped talking to my friend about 6 months ago, and I stopped talking to her because I was in a toxic relationship, I guess, and she used to always speak badly about him, never made any effort with him, but I recently broke up with that guy about a month ago.
Right.
And I've been wanting to mend my relationship with my friend ever since.
You've been wanting to amendship, yeah. Sorry for putting words in your mouth. But Jade, so it's that thing, like, obviously you're sort of feeling guilty now because your friend was almost right. You probably just couldn't see it at the time. So you've not reached out until this point?
No, I've been waiting, and I guess this was the sign for me to do it, yeah.
Well, look, Jade, we've got the friend's number punched in. If we call them right now, we'll be able to hear the conversation, but if you have a chat with them, did you want to maybe ask them out on a friend's date? Maybe you could offer to take them to go see Wicked the Musical, and if it goes well, we'll also give you $500 cash for dinner. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hopefully it does go well.
Yeah, if she says no, we're just going to go out for dinner tonight ourselves. So let's see how we go. Your friend's name is Alex. Her number is punched in now. Let's see how you go.
Hello, this is Alex speaking. Hi, Alex. It's Jade here. I just wanted to call up and see how you're going. I know that we stopped talking about 6 months ago, but I broke up with him about a month ago, and I realized that you were right about me being in a toxic relationship, and I thought, I don't know if we could remend our friendship.
Wow, this is really like out of left field. I wasn't expecting to hear from you ever again. Are you okay? Like, I know that you guys were together for a while.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I just guess I've done some self-reflecting over the last month, and I realized, all the things you were saying were right. I just couldn't see it at the time. And I really hope that we could, rekindle our friendship. I understand if you don't want to, but you mean a lot to me, and
It's good to hear from you. I've really missed having you in my life. I mean, we were friends for so long, and it was really hard when that became, that came between us. I would definitely be open to maybe getting coffee or something and talking a little bit more about it.
It feels like the friendship's been amendship.
Alex, hello. It's Ben Lehman Bell here from Nova 100. We've actually got Jade, your friend, here on the radio right now, and we wanted to see if you could amend your friendship, and if you could, you'd win tickets to Wicked and score $500 for dinner. I know it's very confusing.
You did just say yes to a coffee, but we're going to up that.
Yes. Yeah.
We're
But so
passing coffee and going straight to a musical, apparently.
yes.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, it's just surprising, but yes,
Yeah.
this is very, very Jade of her.
Well, my heart is warmed. That is a friendship amended ship.
Alex, you have a great day.
Thank you so much, bye.
No worries. And Jade, how do you feel?
I feel amazing. I'm so glad that I could fix this friendship. Like I said, I was in a toxic relationship for a while, and I did lose a few friends because of it, and I'm really happy I've got Alex back in my life now.
Jade, other friends you say? Should we get them on to see if you can amend the ships? No, we'll see how we go.
Just the one. One
just
per
the one.
customer.
Just one per customer. Yeah, thank you so much, Jade. Hey, make sure you register now on the Nova Play or novafm.com.au for our friendship amendship. This is for tickets to Wicked plus $500 cash for dinner.
Broadway's biggest blockbuster, Wicked, is flying into the Regent Theatre next month, so book now at wickedthemusical.com.au. Jade, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Remember how like an hour and a half ago you said you didn't want to say what you thought of Miley Cyrus's hair at the Grammys yet? You said you'd reveal it after 7:30.
Well, no, because we started naturally just talking about the
We did,
Grammys
we
because
did.
it was in the news overnight. And then I knew we had it planned to talk about in the show after 7:30. So I said I'm going to reserve my opinion until we get to
And
that break.
I mean, I'm sure most people have been waiting bated breath. I'm here on the edge of my seat. So are we getting that next?
We are getting it after Ariana. If you have an opinion on Miley Cyrus's hair, if you saw it, if you had a thought, good, bad, 13, 24, 10, you might get on air.
I just realised I didn't see Ariana at the Grammys. I don't think she was there.
She's with SpongeBob.
Oh. Obviously, yesterday was the Grammys. Now, normally, like, you know, awards season and award ceremonies in general, I feel, have kind of, I don't know, they've been petering down with the viewers, but Grammys yesterday seemed to just, they absolutely nailed it.
I think what it is with the Grammys particularly is because when it's like music awards, you get the performances as well.
And it's also like a lot of the time it's like a body of work that the artist has like written their music, and it's like we obviously love and care about music still. So you're like, and it's still
about the Oscars though.
Well, I suppose, yeah, but like you could just be like an actor in a movie and you get an Oscar. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people care more about the Grammys because people maybe care more about music. I don't know. That's just me.
And Ben, like you said, the live performances, oh my goodness, did they come in droves. But look, let's start with the biggest thing that happened, and that was
Doja Cat's. Okay. Right, sorry.
Yeah. If you didn't see the photos, Doja Cat chose a very interesting outfit.
Because you sent the photo in the group chat, Belle, and when you see the photo, you go, are they her? Okay,
It's meant to look like a wardrobe malfunction, but it's not. It's on purpose.
Right.
Yes.
So
it's a fashion
they
statement.
They were doing that.
Gosh.
Okay. Because, the malfunction was certainly there for the entirety of the ceremony.
No, the biggest thing that happened was obviously Taylor Swift announcing her brand new album.
My brand new album comes out April 19th. It's called The Tortured Poets Department.
Tortured Poets Department, huge announcement. She said she's been keeping it as a secret for 2 years. So that was kind of the biggest thing. She took that moment when she won Album of the Year for Midnights. And then
that's pretty cool, isn't it? Just like being like, yep, Album of the Year, here comes the next one.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
It's like
Taylor is on like the ultimate momentum wave.
Yeah, big time.
So that's how she took her time on stage. But Jay-Z chose to use his time on stage to call out the Grammys for never awarding Beyonce Best Album.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
He was up on stage with their daughter Blue Ivy. She looked gorgeous.
Feels a bit like I'm gonna let you finish, isn't it? 'Cause that
It's a little bit, isn't it?
was
That was also with Taylor.
Yeah, and Beyonce and Kanye. Yeah. It's always people jumping up on stage being like, Beyonce deserves more.
And now to the live performances. Wow, just incredible. The iconic artist Tracy Chapman jumped up on stage alongside Luke Combs for Fast Car.
So I remember when we were driving in your car, speed so fast it felt like I was gone. City lights lay out before us, your arms felt nice wrapped around my shoulder, and
That's nice that Luke Combs let someone come up and sing his song with him.
Billie Eilish also played, she performed her Song of the Year from the Barbie movie. But look, I think personally my favourite live performance of the night was definitely Miley Cyrus. Now, she performed Flowers live after winning the Grammy for it. It won Record of the Year and she looked absolutely incredible. And my goodness, did she bring the excitement to the stage.
I didn't want to leave you, but had to. I didn't want to fight, but we did. Started to cry, then remembered I just won my first Grammy.
Look, she also admitted to not wearing underwear in classic Miley fashion, but she just looked incredible. Honestly, her dress, her body, she looks healthy. She was just glowing.
Yeah, look, the dress was great. I found it interesting that she grabbed onto some live wires with both hands before she walked into the ceremony, though, because I'm pretty sure that's the only way you can get your hair like that.
It looked amazing.
I thought her hair looked good.
Really?
I liked her hair. Yeah, I thought she looked
I thought you were going to hate on
No,
it.
I thought she looked
wild.
really good.
I
also like
Are you
Miley.
joking?
So, no, I thought it looked good.
Are
I'm
you
being
seriously?
serious. I'm saying
I
think
thought
it
it
looked
looked god awful. I like Miley Cyrus. I like Flowers. And great song, great performance. But the hair. I mean, if you've not seen it, it's
big. It's gorgeous.
I understand what you're saying. Like, I get why you're saying it, but I thought that she could pull it off. Nicole, what do you reckon about Miley's hair?
Oh, I thought she looked windblown.
Yeah, 100%.
But in a nice way, yeah?
Yeah, like maybe channeling a bit of Tina Turner with her dress and her hair and a little bit Bridget Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
Georgia and Hawthorne. I mean, are you yay or nay on the hair? What do you reckon?
I thought she looked a bit Pointer Sisters, Diana Ross, 70s vibe.
Yeah, I suppose that's what she was going for. Perhaps, Belle, you should try this look at the radio awards this year. Actually, do it tomorrow. I'd like to see. I'd like to see you coming in tomorrow. If you're such a fan of Miley Cyrus's
Honestly,
hair,
I
I would be interested to see just what it would look like to live like that for a day.
Well, look, her hair aside, that's obviously what we're talking about. But hats off to her hair, wigs off to her, whatever it was.
No, she should have had a hat on. She should have had a hat on. Actually,
I would love to know on 13, 24, 10, does your kid suck? Now, I'm a parent, and my child is going to be 6 months old tomorrow. And sometimes kids and babies, they just suck. So if you're a parent and you want to share this morning, give us a buzz, 13 24 10. A bit like this mum, an exhausted mum who has had a vent online about how much her kid sucks. They say they've always loved their son and they've liked him too, but lately I just really dislike him. I think he's spoiled and entitled. And I honestly feel like he's turned into a little a-hole.
So that's kind of, I suppose if you're 5 as well, I mean you've got to be kicking yourself a little bit as well, because if you think someone's like spoilt and entitled, it's like where did they get that from?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. They obviously get it from the parents.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean,
Like, are you sort of hating your own parenting there a little bit as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Because I mean, it's nature versus nurture.
There's perhaps probably a little bit of self-reflection in this.
Yeah.
Because you go through the terrible 2s and then you hope they grow out of it. So I think by 5, yes, that's
Well,
getting to the
I
danger
think
zone.
it's still good to get it out of the way at 5. Like, it's better that than like loving you always love your kid, I suppose. But if you like your kid until they're like 20 and then you're off them.
What's interesting,
I'd rather just.
Belle, you mentioned the terrible 2s. At the end of last year, I went with my wife and my son to Thailand for an overseas holiday, and I was chatting with this couple from Germany, and they spoke pretty good English, and they had a 3-year-old, and they said, "Oh yeah, they're going through the terrible 3s."
Oh.
So
You mean a dry-year-old?
Yeah, true.
They're going through the terrible 12s. Oh my God, it keeps going.
Terrible that you can't just say yeah.
So this mum goes on to say why the kid sucks so bad. The mum says, today he ran away from me in Coles and he stole lollies. He's always running away and being disrespectful. He loves calling people fat bum.
Oh.
I hate rude little boys with a passion.
Well, that is actually awful.
You'd be pretty rattled if you got called fat bum by
Oh, yeah.
by a 5-year-old.
13 24 10. Does your kid suck? Give us a buzz. Chris has given us a buzz. Morning, Chris.
Morning, fellas. How are we?
Yeah,
and Belle?
Good, mate.
Thanks, Chris.
Tell us,
Saved it.
does your kid suck?
Yeah, he's bad in traffic. He's got road rage at 3 years old.
Oh, right. What? So if someone cuts you off, he's putting the finger out the window. How does it work?
Pretty much winds down the window and yells out F's sake at angry drivers and bad
Chris,
drivers.
Do you feel, though, that this child is perhaps mirroring some behaviour that he's perhaps seen?
Can't answer that, mate.
Yeah, so Chris, I do remember there was that TAC. Oh, was it TAC? Someone had an ad, and it was all about how your kid is a reflection of you in the car, and it was all about you need to be calm in the car because if you've got your kid there, they will copy you.
You know, you see that there's like the crazy footage every now and then of like someone like they'll jump out in traffic and they'll punch someone's windscreen in like.
But then you're raising your kid to then do that when
you
they're
think
older
like,
as well.
yeah, how do you get to that? But maybe there are 3-year-olds like, oh, he cut me off.
Chris, thank you very much. You're now in the draw to go see Taylor Swift just by getting your voice on air. Thank you very much. The phone lines are open. Does your kid suck?
And I think it's true love to be able to put your hand up and say, you know what, my kid sucks.
Yeah.
You can see past it. And you say, like, yeah, they're not going to suck forever, hopefully.
Yeah. And the mum starts the whole vent by saying, I've always loved my son. But they're exhausted.
Jackie, in Essendon, does your kid suck?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, no.
Why does your kid suck, Jackie?
Oh, look, she's grown up a little bit since then, but a few years back she embarrassed me rather badly in front of someone at a deli at our local supermarket. There was a larger lady standing in line waiting to be served, and my daughter patted her on the tummy and said, "Are you pregnant?"
Oh,
no.
How old was she at the time, though, Jackie?
She was probably about 4.
Yeah, see,
so she's now only 7, so she's a bit,
She wasn't doing it on purpose, you know? She wasn't going around calling people fat.
Well,
bum.
kids just don't have the filter, though. They don't think about that person's
She's not logically going, oh, that woman's just bought 8 kilos of mortadella. That's why she looks like that. Leanne in Williamstown joins us now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, but does your kid suck?
I've got twins and they both suck.
They both suck.
Seriously.
No.
Double whammy. Is it? So are they identical twins?
No, I've got a boy and a girl, and they're nearly there. We went to Europe about a year ago, and thought, right, the trip of a lifetime. COVID's finished. We're going to Europe for 5 weeks.
Awesome.
We're travelling around Europe, looking at all the wonderful sights, and all they could do is we're looking at the Eiffel Tower. Will I get my Wi-Fi back soon, Mum?
Yeah.
Do I really have to look at another something?
Yeah. You're in the city of love. That's the Eiffel Tower.
You're
And you
going
care
to
about
France.
Wi-Fi?
That's nuts.
Oh, God, that does suck.
That's concerning.
Just send them home. You know what I mean? At that point. Lena joins us now in Hoppers Crossing. Both of your kids suck as well, I'm hearing.
Sadly, yes, but not as dramatic as the other two.
Okay.
But I had to buy, well, didn't have to, but I was buying Jordans for my 2 sons.
Nice.
They're 16 and 18. They gave me the wrong sizes. So one pair was $430 and one pair was $480.
And they got their own sizes wrong.
They got their own sizes wrong. They're like, oh, well, we were this size last year.
That's such a boy take, isn't it?
Kids suck.
Right?
I also love that subtle burn to Leanne. I'll ask her, well, they don't suck as much as that lady's kids, but mine suck a fair bit.
We've got Channel 9 on in the background, and there's a bit of a breaking news story.
Yeah, there's a man free climbing one of the skyscrapers in the city. And look, when I see this on Instagram, I'm like, it makes me really nervous, but I'm also like, wow, so cool. I mean, it's obviously like illegal.
Yeah, and very dangerous.
Oh, of course,
he is literally free climbing, and we are so keen to get more details on it.
Yeah, it's on the corner of Elizabeth and A. Beckett Street, I believe. So it's near Queen Victoria Market. Izza Stajkovski joins us now from the Today Show on Channel 9. What's it looking like there on the ground, Izza?
G'day, guys. Incredibly wild. So we have literally just been on the corner of Elizabeth and A. Beckett.
we've seen this man get to the absolute top of this building,
Mm.
and then we've seen him kind of go over and be taken off by some team. There's been a group of about 60 or so people who've just been watching for about half an hour. A lot of construction workers have been filming as well.
Mm.
Then FRV, they've been standing there with police trying to figure out exactly what to do. And he scaled to the top of it, free hand, GoPro on his head, parachute.
Oh, it must have been ready to base jump, maybe.
So is we've seen the building as well. How many stories do you reckon there? What's your estimate?
Look, I'm not great at maths, but I reckon this would be 55 to 60 stories.
Yeah.
Like, it is really high. Someone's just telling me 55.
55, okay.
There are some people here who are saying they think they might know who it is, because we were wondering, is this someone who's doing a climate change protest or a pro-Palestine protest?
Uh-huh.
Some people here think it might be like a travel blogger who does this kind of thing, who's just got to the top. But really, really bizarre scenes in Melbourne. It's incredibly dangerous, right in the heart of the city. We saw him kind of chalking up his hands, just free-scanning this building if he fell.
Oh, yeah. I get butterflies in my stomach just looking at it. Sorry, this might be a silly question, but was there people at the bottom with like a giant net or like a inflatable device or something?
No, well, this is what happened. Someone called into 3AW saying, we've just seen police rock up, and we kind of saw the police and the fireys together, and they were pretty frantic because they weren't too sure what exactly to do. They weren't able to communicate with him. They weren't able to say anything to him or, figure out why he's even doing this.
Yeah.
So there was no safety net, but we saw him kind of, as he went over the top of the building, 55 stories up, there's a bit of a rope and they've just hoisted him. So we're waiting to see right now if he comes out the front of this building. Plenty of police here, plenty of people still kind of watching on. I don't think these tradies are going to get much work done this morning.
No, I don't think so, Izza. Well, thank you so much. We'll leave you to it. Appreciate the update this morning. I mean, you're obviously getting arrested as soon as you're getting to the top, but you know that whilst you're doing the climb, right?
Yeah, but they'll just be blogging it, I reckon. That'll be a blog, they'll post it, it'll go crazy, they'll get a slap on the wrist, and then...
And if a part of the blog is him getting arrested, that's even better.
Yeah.
It's all for clout.
We should climb the building.
No, absolutely not,
That
Ben.
would be a great idea.
No.
Great news from the banks. The interest rates, they're staying the same. But remember, they've just been bringing them up for like 2 years. So now they're like, it's all good, guys. Now this is just where we're going to keep them now.
Problem is, they'll put them down towards the end of the year, potentially, but then whether or not the banks do it, that's another question.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's like they've, what's the opposite of like they've love-bombed us and now they've backed off, so we're like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
like
essentially, it's like conditioning.
Or it's like if a shop puts up the prices heaps and they go, this is on special, and you go, wow.
Yeah. It's also
But
a bit like Stockholm Syndrome, where they're like punishing us, and then now they're like, we're keeping them the same. We're going, thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Masters of the Reserve Bank.
So kind.
Appreciate you. Take my money, please.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.